Hey, everybody, welcome back to Frequency 140. I'm Bennyboy. I'm always joined by my awesome co host, Mr. Sean Bennett.
What up?
And we are here today to talk about Bad Blood.
Hmm.
And we are super excited for this event because WWE is on fire right
Making
now.
things happening, man. Making
It's
things happening.
so good.
You know, we
But yeah.
do. Yeah, I gotta say, I agree with you. I think WWE's they kind of they get in the swing of things, and there's some things out there that people are saying, but truly, if you've watched WWE over the past 20 years, we can say that we really got some things happening.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
There's the talent's amazing.
Yep.
I mean, the matches are great. I mean, there's just everything's on fire.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man, let's go into it real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. So, the Women's World Championship match will be Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
So I'm thinking this will kind of end that feud. I mean, outside of like a Rhea Ripley versus Dame or Dominic match, I mean, I just don't see anything else. I think Rhea's got this one.
I agree.
So-
I agree with you. So I don't know. Just not getting too off track here. I enjoy anything Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, me too.
If you've looked up her where she started to where she is, it is a true, progression of a character and really learning the craft.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think we talked about it before. I think Rhea Ripley and Dominic, that thing they were doing was almost like a paying homage to the Eddie Guerrero China, even though we know, what I'm saying. I joked about the fact that Dominic, I called him Dominic Guerrero because that was the whole storyline at the time.
Yeah.
But
Very old storyline,
I
yes.
do truly think that what they were trying to do and what they've done has really gone off well. I like how they're evolving it to kind of, because not everything lasts forever.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this will probably be it. But I want to see what they got in store going forward.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think this is kind of going to be, like you said, this will be this, this will be it, the exclamation point, and kind of seeing where they're going to go with it.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm always interested in Rhea, and Miss Mandy loves Rhea.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rhea
we're-
has all the sparkle points.
Totally. So we're hopefully going to see where she's going to go. But yeah, I agree with you on this one. And
Right on,
is that
right
at the
on.
opening match? Is that what we
I mean,
got?
this is just kind of what I drew up
Okay.
because I was just thinking, I was like, okay, if I was the booker,
Okay.
and like, the main event has to be the main event, well, then this is how I'd book it.
So we're doing guest booker.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
guess so.
Okay, cool. Cool. Booking the territories.
That's right,
okay.
man.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, man. Then next up, we got Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. You take this over, buddy.
Okay. Again, you got Priest who is he's gone. I think he's injured,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what the word is. In a
Mhm.
sense. Okay. So yeah, he's no longer the champion. And yes, and this will probably be. I agree with what we talked about before and some of the things we discussed. I don't know what to do with this match other than it's filler.
Yeah.
Because Priest is going to have to take sabbatical, and you're right. What's up with Finn Balor?
I don't know.
Prince Devitt.
I have no idea.
The demon. I mean,
Like,
we literally have.
Well, that's what I was about to get
right.
at, actually, was I think that what they'll do with this match, since it's like October, is they'll
Hopefully we get
they'll-
we get it.
we
Yeah.
get a Demon Balor
Good.
in there. And then, he kind of puts Damian kind of on the shelf for a minute,
Yeah.
just to let him heal up. Because, I'm with you. I think he's injured. I think that's why they put him on a tag
Yeah.
team.
Well,
Like, they kind of sparingly use him.
and it's ironic that you have Damian Priest, who's Damian Priest is a long career. I mean, you can go back and see photos of
Oh,
him,
yeah.
right? I mean, he really
Dude,
he's
worked
not a
his
young
way
dude.
up,
He is
man.
earned. He's
Yeah.
like the modern day DDP.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, started
Yeah.
late, just chugged away, and just kept, and then here he is. But your body is your body, and as you get older, things happen, and But I mean, he's capitalized on everything he's been given. I've appreciated everything he's done. But yeah, I've always been. But then again, the same thing with Finn Balor injuries, man. Because a lot of people don't understand when we saw Finn Balor and he debuted. This was 6 or 7 years after Prince Devitt.
Yeah. Yeah, sure was.
NAAGP, you know,
Mhm.
the what they call it, the oh god, y'all gonna kill me on this one.
You talking about
I
like
know,
ROH
I know.
or
No, it was in
in New Japan?
yeah, in New Japan. It was the
Bullet Club?
you got it. Thank you, Benny
Okay.
Boy. That
Yeah,
away.
man.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, he was one of the original members and the leader
Yeah.
of the Bullet
Yeah, he was
Club,
the first
as
leader,
yeah,
yeah.
as Prince Devitt. And um, I just think by the time he got to WWE, still a lot of gas left in the tank. But yeah, injuries have kind of caught up to him, and you know, he's one of those ones that I was like, man, what could have been in that sense? Because if you remember, as soon as he got
Yeah.
his title,
Yeah.
he got injured.
Sure did. Yeah.
that
It was a buckle bomb
It
again
was, yeah,
on the apron. I
buckle
believe.
bomb, man. Dude, stop, stop.
Yeah, listen to Brett,
Don't
man.
do that. How about that? Oh, you got a buck? You nah? Let's do something else instead, because this doesn't
it's already
work.
hurt a couple people. So.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all right. So I agree with you. Whether he wins or loses, Damian Priest is going on the shelf. He's hurt. I truly believe that. I think Finn Balor is just being a good company man. I hate that that's where he's at in the position.
Oh, okay.
I
So you got-
appreciate the fact that he's definitely going to do what's necessary to elevate talent, but being a fan of Finn Balor, just kind of going, oh well, all right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, you got Damien going.
Oh,
over?
Damian over, yeah, same
Okay.
thing.
I'm actually picking Finn on this one.
You're gonna go with
So,
Finn?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with Finn. May sound like a fool's errand, but I'm gonna go with Finn.
You know, it's not a fool's errand, because again, if they're going to put him on the shelf, then hopefully they'll try to, you know, if not even going to elevate Finn, because I know that he's back in NXT, and he went back there and he did a lot of stuff back
he's
there.
a fantastic wrestler.
I mean,
man.
right?
He really can't hold the guy
he's a
down.
great example
I mean,
of how to teach and how to, you know, learn from.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. If Finn does win, I hope that they kind of give him a little bit of, you know, about a 3-month little
good shove,
whatever.
like maybe
you know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
Intercontinental scene,
Right.
something like that.
That'd be awesome. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, like Jay and Braun Breaker and all them.
Because I do. He's just one of those talents. The same thing. Just, you know, doesn't need to be just kind of. He's not one of those guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
so
always
either.
been
He's a
something special.
superstar.
He's just getting
Yeah.
older.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't. I mean,
Shit, look at AJ Styles.
but that's what I'm saying. You're not
Yeah.
going to use AJ Styles or Edge or any of these older athletes that still can perform. Edge, especially. I mean, he's at that age. We've been watching Edge since the
Oh
mid
my
'90s.
God,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
At least, yeah.
Um,
The Brood.
I mean, even when he's used to elevate other wrestlers, they still don't negate him and give him, you know, what he deserves. He's earned any type of push or respect, right?
Mhm.
And that's all I'm hoping for out of, you know, for Finn Balor. You know,
Okay.
I'm not saying WWE hasn't respected him. I just think that, you know, maybe this is kind of like his last big hurrah. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see him.
one last good run.
I'd love to see him with a
Yeah.
belt. I mean, like,
would
you know
too.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
I'll
I
be
said,
honest.
I would love to see him with the IC belt.
Right.
That'd be great.
Just,
Like,
yeah.
or at least put him in the picture.
Yeah.
Because I mean, him and Jey Uso would tear the house down.
Yes,
man.
because he can say that he's still working. Obviously, I mean, he's still, even if he's not in the peak physical condition he was in his younger age, he's still one of the better workers in the company. And
Absolutely.
you know, so I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Speaking of better workers in the company, we got next up Hell in a Cell, man. I am so excited for this match.
Boy.
All right, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, the rubber match.
Yep. A
To
year.
end it,
Almost a year. We've been,
and it's been
Mighty.
amazing. It's like a blood feud, man. Like an old school blood feud.
Yep.
You know, it's great. It's awesome. So man, I gotta tell you, I think CM Punk's gonna come out with a win on this one, and the only reason why is that CM Punk lost that bracelet again. Like Drew McIntyre stole it from him again.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, if Drew wouldn't have took the bracelet back, like storyline wise, like I would say Drew might win this.
Okay.
Just to get back, you know, the win and like kind of end it, because I mean, like CM Punk don't need it.
No.
You know, Drew would need it more than Punk does.
Right.
But since he took that bracelet and it's a personal kind of blood feud storyline, like I'm going all the way on Punk.
Okay. I'm looking at it thinking, yes, I could see where Punk would be the definite, you know, the winner in that sense. But I've also got a little bit of optimism about maybe a storyline being built off of it.
Okay.
something happening, something coming,
Like maybe a Seth
run
Rollins,
in, or just, you know what I'm
like
saying.
Seth cost Punk the match or something.
And which I like I said, I wouldn't be. I'm like you. I would not be upset with a definitive
Yeah, just to end
winner.
it. Let's end it. Because I mean, I don't know what you can't do anything else after
Well,
this.
but
You know,
you're
like,
right. But what we have, and I think anybody who knows how this now, because when we were growing up, you had WrestleMania, you had SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble, right? Those
yeah, the
were our
big
big four, right?
Yeah.
Now we got so many, but we're also getting into Survivor Series season.
Sure. Yeah.
So
absolutely, man. It's huge.
you're right. They could either write it off, or they could build onto it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter who wins, I really don't have a definitive winner in this one.
Okay.
I do feel like that this match may be a launching point for
Something.
something.
Bigger.
I mean, because
I
it's
dig.
Hell in a Cell, and we're Survivor Series season,
Yeah.
and even
I could see what you're saying, because if you really want, if I was gonna do it and you wanted to go to something bigger, right?
this would be the match to
Like,
do it in.
Yeah, it really would be, but I would imagine it's got to be with Seth Rollins. It's got to be. Like, who else is it going to be?
I agree with you. I mean, yeah, I'm
Because,
not.
like,
I'm not.
nobody,
Yeah,
I don't know anybody else, like, at least storyline wise, that like has a real problem with Punk or Drew McIntyre, really.
but I want to see epic. I want to see
yeah.
us Hell in a Cell. If it does
that's-
go
that's
that
what I'm
way, I
saying.
want to
That's
see.
why I want it to end.
Yeah,
like, I want to have a definitive guy, and I think Punk's going to do it. And then that way they can kind of separate. They can come back together, maybe next year at SummerSlam again or something like that. But it'll be under very different circumstances. Like, Punk might have a belt, or McIntyre might have a belt, or something.
Well, what if they did that? What if they did like no way are we going to get any type of mega powers, type thing? But what if they kind of
had to like
influence that where the time we get back to the culmination, you like you said, you have one with one belt, one with the other.
Oh,
that's like
cool.
a modern day,
Ultimate Challenge
type thing. Yeah, and just us as fantasy bookers, right? But
sure.
Yeah. I think though with Punk, I think Punk has captured the zeitgeist of not only your common wrestling fan, but anybody that's watched him. I mean, nobody does it like Steve Austin, but even Steve Austin was scripted.
Oh yeah.
Punk, I think, takes a script, looks at it, and goes,
yeah, he takes bullet points.
Okay,
He
and I'll go from there.
He does the Dusty Flair Piper thing.
And I respect that, because that's an entertainer.
Yeah.
That's what that's what you do. You put your own influence on something that somebody gives you, because if you just strictly go by what somebody tells you to read or say or do, you're just nothing more than a carbon copy or a puppet in this. But if you take something and go, okay, well, got what you're saying here, see what you're saying here, I got it, but I'm going to put my spin on it. That's what makes you, and that's what made Punk always CM Punk.
Yeah.
Pipe bomb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true, dude.
Right.
Yeah. So all right. So like I said, I got CM Punk.
Okay. I'm going to see where this goes. I'm
undecided?
Okay. I think this is going to be one of those matches, like I said, that just kind of elevates a storyline. You know what I'm saying? It may be a definitive end to one storyline, but it's going to initiate a bigger thing.
So, all right. After that one, man, we got the WWE Women's Championship between Nia Jax and Bayley, which was actually done this past week on, I think, SmackDown. So, Bayley, I think this match will be okay, but you go ahead and see what you got, bud.
I'm going to go Bayley. Just straight out the gate.
Me too.
I'm going Bayley.
Yeah.
And
I
and it's not
I don't see it.
It's not a knock.
Another way.
It's not a knock towards Nia Jax in any way. But I think Bayley is on her own course right now.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Bayley,
Yeah,
whether she's
a
heel or
person
everybody loves
yeah.
Bayley. We've grown up with this girl. I think that's part of it too. We've grown up with this girl.
Yeah, and she has done so many great.
She has done a lot of great things.
Yeah.
I even got my I'll have to send you a picture so you can post it. But I got my Bayley action figure.
Oh, nice.
Well, the funny thing is that we thought it was a Bella Twins set.
Okay.
And then I got to looking at it, and I'm like,
send me a picture of that too.
yeah, I will. Because I was like, that's not a Bella Twin, that's Bayley. And then, because the figure is like, literally, you have Nikki this tall, and you have Bayley right here. I'm like, that's not a twin set. That they got it to scale almost, because Bayley is a very small in stature. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think Bailey's going with this one. And
Yeah, I
again,
think so too.
not to crap on Nia Jax, but man,
Yeah, it can't be. And
just
all
keep
of that
hurting
stuff's in the
folks, man.
past.
I know that, but just
You
even
know,
now, just
I,
something. It's like
that,
It's like a modern day Goldberg.
yeah,
Man, you are
That's a great
awesome,
way to put
but
it. Yeah,
dude, just keep
almost
hurting
exactly.
everybody. What can we do with you? I mean, even with the belt on, you make you champion. Person gets in the ring with you. Now we got to think about: are you going to hurt this person? I mean, what are we doing here?
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah,
kind of where the conundrum with Nia Jax is.
I like that comparison to Goldberg. I think that's a good one because like that's kind of on the level of what I was about to say. I think like Nia Jax will always work as a champion against someone like Bailey
Right.
because it's the monster.
Right.
And no, I'm not trying to be mean.
No,
or
but
nothing,
she is.
she's wrestling storyline wise. Come on, people.
Yeah, right.
Let's
the
figure
monster
it out.
heel. I mean,
Yeah.
or the monster, whatever it may be. But
Yeah.
same thing. Yes.
So I mean, like I'm with you, man. I think Bailey goes over on this, and she walks out Atlanta.
Unless
the
they
new
botch a
WWE
move
champion.
and Bailey gets hurt, then I'm just. But it has happened.
Hey,
it's
it's
happened.
happened.
We've
Yeah.
seen it live on Raw. Things
Oh,
happen.
hey, it happened to Mercedes Moné,
Yep.
who's former Sasha Banks too,
Mhm.
when she was wrestling in Japan. I
So-
mean, like she was scheduled to be the one who won that, but
Right.
they had to call it with Widow Nightingale, and because there was an injury in the ring.
Yep.
So, yeah, you never
Things
know,
happen,
man.
man.
The wrestling, you never know. That's
but
what makes it so
but,
entertaining.
but it's all fake though, so you know what I mean. Yeah.
No, of course, yeah, no,
so it
yeah,
doesn't really,
no,
yeah,
they know how to break their ankles.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been trained how to
Yeah, of
break
course.
bones correctly.
Yeah, fall on tables
right.
like from like 17, 20 feet.
I
in
mean,
the
that's
air
what if I could
Yeah.
have had any day in wrestling school would have been the day that they got up on top of the cage and were like, okay, everybody take your dives.
Yeah. I guarantee you, like,
Right.
there might have been one crazy
Right,
one
yeah.
to do it, but yeah. You're
But
like,
that's what I'm saying. So
it's like, I ain't got nothing else. Come
that's
on.
so that's what we're saying. That's why we're such geeks about old school wrestling, because we understand that nowadays, no one knock to it, but I mean, there's a lot more cushioning or
Yeah, it's not
supports.
wrestling in a
Right.
a gym.
Right.
you know.
Mick Foley, and anything Mick Foley ever did, everybody said you're crazy. Of course he's crazy, but
Absolutely, but that's why we love him.
that's why we love him, and nobody
Hey,
else.
man.
That's right. Nobody
Yeah.
else was doing it, by God, and that's why you remember him. So
Yeah.
it's like, but you got to look at stuff like that, the way they're training wrestlers today. So we will always remember Mick Foley for being one of the first to do it, right? But he also did it with such a style and such a way of doing it, because you looked at him as like, there's no damn way you're training for that. You cannot. I mean, this wasn't rehearsed. Being thrown off the Hell in a Cell, and as iconic as it is, this isn't rehearsed. Nobody knew this was going to happen. Mick was like, do it.
Yeah.
And
especially the second fall.
You know, the Undertaker the first time was like, "What?" Is like, "I got it, do it." Okay, I mean, you know, they're that's all right. We're on pay-per-view. Things happening. Luckily, hey, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
That's right.
Love you, man.
That's right. And then, like you said, to get back up on that second one, that I'll admit was that's crazy.
I know, dude. It was,
That's insane.
one of the wildest matches I've ever seen.
You know, you
Like,
throw
just
yourself off
crazy.
off a cage. You go through everything you go through. You do this willingly. This isn't worked out. This isn't a spot. This is what I'm going to do. This, throw me off the cage. You get that done. You get carried out on a stretcher, already jacked up, done something we've never seen before in your life. But no, we're not done yet. We're going to come back in. We're going to climb back up the cage. We're going to get on top, and then we're going to really get hurt, because we're going to let the Undertaker, power bomb us through an entire top of a cage right there. So my point being is that, yes, botches are botches, and unfortunately Nia Jax has a few botches in the sense.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. But going back to my point is that they're straight up botches.
Yeah.
Like, these people didn't know they was getting hurt. Mick Foley was like,
Yeah.
give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Becky Lynch didn't know
She didn't know what the hell was about to go on, and what.
Cool image though.
So yeah, right,
Great
right.
t-shirt.
But that's what I'm saying. And I'm not, again. I just think Nia Jax is kind of on maybe thin ice or probation. Like, if you keep hurting these, because these are all these people are big investments now.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
money.
true,
That's
man.
money off the show, money off the road. Whatever.
Yeah.
But that's,
Speaking
yeah,
of-
Bailey.
Yeah, dude, Bailey all the way.
all the way.
But speaking of big investments, man, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns on a tag team.
Never thought I'd see this one.
Yeah,
I never thought I'd see this one. But
versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and
Right.
Jacob Fatu.
great story, great
Yeah,
story
awesome.
writing.
Yeah,
I
it's
really,
great.
yep.
Eat up every bit of it.
Whoever's writing it, right on,
Amen.
right on. Never saw it coming. Like the way it was brought about, like the whole story going from where we were to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And I love the build up. I mean, every single bit of it. Like, did you happen to catch that cinematic? Kind of like it wasn't it was like a cinematic promo, but they were in the middle of the 50-yard line at Georgia Tech Stadium.
oh, I haven't seen this one.
Oh man, it's good. You need to check it out. It's
Because
really,
I mean,
really,
we all
really
know. I
good.
mean, Roman Reigns is Georgia Tech alumni.
Oh, yeah.
right. He
Yeah,
has a
and, like,
jacket.
So he's talking to Cody, and he's like, this is my stadium.
And Cody's
and,
from
like,
Atlanta,
I
and he
know.
Lassiter High School state champion. Oh my God,
Exactly.
I didn't put these two
and
together.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, so Roman
Okay.
says to Cody, like, what have you done for this city? And like, so it actually flashes like the Omni. and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's like,
yeah.
my family
Oh,
bled for this city.
Dude, I haven't seen. I gotta look at this,
Oh,
man.
it's brilliant.
That's
It is
awesome.
brilliant.
Because
And
that's the truth. That's
have a
all
feeling-
truth right there.
I have a feeling we're gonna get more of that on Netflix.
Man,
But yeah, it's great.
that's all.
is
Yeah,
really
I
good.
gotta check that. I haven't even
So-
seen that yet.
But yeah, all right, let's get back.
Man,
to
we
the
got me
match, I
excited on
guess.
that one. Hell,
Yeah,
shit.
we'll watch it after this.
Okay, all
thing.
right.
But all right, man. I'm actually gonna go with the Bloodline here
Oh,
because
yes.
of shenanigans. Like we're setting up, like for people who don't know. I mean, I think we're setting up for War Games,
Okay.
and like this is what's gonna happen. Even
Okay.
though Cody,
You
and
think it'd
Roman
be
are
at
hometown
Survivor
boys,
Series?
but-
You think that they'll War Games at Survivor Series? You
Yes.
think okay?
Yeah, I think
That'd be cool.
I think that somehow Cody, Roman, and like Jay, and if they don't want to bring back Jimmy, they'll have Sammy in it.
Yeah.
And then it'll be them versus the modern day Bloodline.
Okay.
And the War Games match.
I like that
For
prediction.
and then they'll build it up, and we'll finally get that Roman Reigns Solo Sikoa match, probably either at Mania for the Uvalova, or I'm probably butchering the hell of that. Sorry, but
Racist.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, like we just lost half our
Well,
subscribers.
we apologize. We're just a bunch of long-haired,
Yeah.
hillbillies. We're doing our best. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that they'll basically at the end of the day, when we get to that Roman Reigns match and Solo Sikoa match, it'll probably be at Mania.
Right.
So it'll be for who's the actual tribal chief, and then we get to finally have like kind of almost an end to that storyline, at least for them two.
Right on.
And then we'll have The Rock come in at some point. I'm sure he'll be
You
wrestling.
think so?
Yeah.
You think
dude,
he's still
he's-
going to try to get a cash grab on this one?
Dude, he's signed up for 2 more matches. So yeah. And they're probably going to do them at Mania. What I would do there is that Mania this coming Mania will be The Rock versus Cody, and then the last match will be The Rock versus Roman.
Like they did with Luger and Bret Hart with Yokozuna at I think it was WrestleMania 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're
'cause
talking about
Luke-
like not 1, not 2. I was talking
Yeah.
about like just WrestleMania
Oh,
41
okay.
and 42.
I gotcha.
Because I mean, like, I don't think they'll waste their match on.
But
Like a
that
night
could
one
be
and night
something they
two.
could do to where,
Yeah.
because if you remember WrestleMania 10, you had Luger who wrestled, he wrestled Yokozuna first.
Yeah.
All right, and he lost, so that opened the door. But then Brett had the match with Owen Hart, Brett and Owen, which is a phenomenal match.
Yeah, that's great.
So the storyline was like he's already had a match with his brother, and he's already been worn down. And now he's got to go against Yokozuna, but yet he still came out on top and won the championship.
Mm.
All right, he lost to Owen that night. That was that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, Brett
Yeah,
lost.
he
and then
lost to Owen, right?
Won the Yokozuna match.
Won
and
the
then Luger
championship.
Lost. Yeah.
I could see where that could kind of be tied in. I'm thinking more of, I agree. The Bloodline's going to win this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Definitely setting up future storylines. I like the War Games idea at Survivor Series. That's awesome. I do like that.
love War
That's-
Games.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And I mean classic War Games, not the crap
Mhm.
that like they did in WCW later in the years, but like the original War Games.
Mhm.
The actual match
Yeah,
doesn't
the Road
start until
Warriors and
everybody's in the
Dusty's in
cage
it,
together,
yeah.
and there's no
4
pinfalls.
Horsemen.
Yeah, it's submission or
It's just a blood fest.
that's it, man.
basically.
That's what War Games is. So I like that idea. I think that's working good. I agree with you. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bloodline. However, I do see, yes, the battle at either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania for the Tribal Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm trying to figure out, like, well, so if we got Roman Reigns in that one at WrestleMania, because I was looking at this, you had War Games. And not that they're going to rehash anything, but I just don't, unless they sign just like an ultimate free agent or they bring somebody back in that can shake things up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we'd go from this, we'd have War Games, we'd have a little bit of friction between Cody and Roman again, and then you have a match at Royal Rumble. Somebody takes a title, we got a return match at WrestleMania, you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out who's gonna face Cody. I mean, we're running down the gauntlet of.
Yeah, and like I'm sure they're gonna keep the belt on them for a while. I mean,
They should.
I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, honestly, as weird as it may be to say, I mean, I think they're plotting the seeds for Randy.
That's
Like,
right. That's a good
so, I mean,
take.
like, if
That's a good take.
you know, because they
that's
already
a good
kind of had
take.
like
You're
a little
right.
bit of a tiff
Okay.
on SmackDown
Yeah.
the other night. So
No,
like,
that's okay.
And then not only that, like they probably are gonna be like, Cody cost them the tag match and all this stuff.
I
And
think
I'm
that
like,
would be a great
so,
match.
yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Or
It's
what
gonna be
if?
awesome.
Or what if they went, like Rhodes, Owens, and Orton in a triple threat type thing? I mean, there's so many things.
Yeah,
But I
there's a
agree
lot
with
of
you.
ideas
The
you can go
Bloodline's
with.
taking this match.
Yeah,
You know,
Bloodline's
it's
going
gonna
over,
it's
man.
gonna evaluate different storylines. But yeah, Bloodline.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Let's see. Let's do a recap real
Okay,
quick.
let's do this.
So the Women's World Championship
Okay.
match: Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
All right.
I got Rhea. You got Liv.
Yeah, and then
All right.
not that I didn't. It's not that I think it's a decisive winner, but I just think that this is one of those matches to where it'll end one storyline and kind of build onto the
Yeah,
other.
I
I think we got a few of them on this card. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, because in the next match is Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I
Right.
picked Balor. You got Priest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Hell in a Cell. You were undecided.
Yeah.
I'm going Punk all day on this one.
Right on.
And then WWE Women's Championship match, Nia Jax versus Bailey. We both got Bailey. Oh yeah, but I don't see Bailey losing this one, man. Big good match too.
I hope so, unless Jax messes her up. But
Yeah,
I'm not getting back into that. Sorry.
You're all right, dude.
I'm not hating on Nia. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, I think everybody's word. But
Well, it's kind of like being the little kid on the trampoline when you're growing up, and the big kid wanted to throw you around. And he's like, "I got you." You never got me. No, the big kid never had me. He tossed me across the trampoline with no regard and just slammed me down and just
eating dirt.
Yeah, and I'm like, you didn't have me at all, man. I mean, 'cause even then I understood about working.
Pulled a boss man on you.
I'm saying, bro, that was not.
The cornet.
You fell too fast. No, you were you. Exactly. Thank you. All right. So my bad. I'm sorry. I'm getting back into childhood little memories and trauma.
That's
there.
good,
That's
man.
okay.
All right, the last match. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline.
Yeah.
We both take the Bloodline with shenanigans.
Yes, shenanigans.
Shenanigans is
Shenanigans.
always. All right.
Okay.
So please leave us your predictions in the comment section. Like this will be put out.
Make fun of us if necessary, and just talk.
Yeah, dude, you can say whatever you
nerds
want
and
to,
whatever.
but, yeah, believe me,
We
we're used
accept
to
it.
it.
We love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we kind of live off of.
It's kind of what we do.
Right.
Yeah. So with that note, man, it's always great to see you, Sean.
Great to see you, Benny
Yeah,
boy.
buddy. Let's see. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell on notifications. Check out our Patreon, please, at Frequency 140 Podcast.
We everywhere.
Also, you can check us out on Instagram at F140 Pod. And I think that'll wrap it up, folks.
Right.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
Geeks, freaks, and nerds unite.
Peace.
Thank you.